So I appreciate that.
Sure.
So let's talk about Cynthia G. When I heard this about the termination of black boys,
Oh,
I mean, I was ridiculous, but I know
Yeah.
where she got it from. I don't know if I believe that
Those
she
are
did
like
that.
white supremacist talking points. Like
yep,
you to
exactly.
say that type
Well,
of because you make to make that type of comment, that's like one of us saying, yeah, the abort, let's get rid of female. Like, what do you mean? That's men and
well,
women are a nation of his people. So if you try to eliminate that doesn't again,
so this is the reason why. So if you listen to her speak, what she said is that in the black manosphere, we blame the Pookie and Ray Rays to single mothers.
Mm-hmm.
That these men are created, the men that are in jail, the men that aren't worth a damn, are created by single mothers. So to alleviate the Pookie and Ray Ray, since the black manosphere is blaming it on single mothers, if you're a single mother with a son, then you terminate it and it won't be any Pookie and Ray Rays. That's what she's saying is coming from. And let's call a spade a spade. This is what we say. It's single motherhood that these men are effeminate, that the men are pookies, the men are in jail doing high crime, not being good men to their wives. It's because single mothers are they either kicking the men out, the man's not there, she didn't slip with the wrong one. There's the echo. Eugene, I think it's you. I'm gonna mute you for a second.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I
you're
think he
fine.
has his YouTube playing in the background as well.
Okay,
Maybe.
maybe that's the YouTube.
Yeah.
Did y'all turn it off, please? So when we say these things, it makes it easy for Cynthia G to say, well, let's get rid of them, even though it sounds asinine. But that's where she's getting it from. So it puts fuel in the fire of the Cynthia G's. And when I tell you, if you look at the comments, and I'm going to bring them up because the comments are amazing.
I was just about to say the same thing. Those comments are food.
And that's why I say, when you get to a point, because one thing that you pointed
Let
out
me
on
put
that
her up.
panel that was very
And Black
powerful
David,
is that you
we
said
just
these
talked about
black
this last night. We just discussed
Yeah.
this last
Let
night.
me pull her up for a second.
did, and that's true.
So can you
Other
see
groups
her?
of women would never
Yes.
have to be in a position forcing them
I see her or don't like her either.
first to the male.
Let
Fair.
me. Okay. I want to put the comment. So, but you guys can go ahead. Let's look
Yeah.
at the comment. Shout out to all the childless black women out there. Stay stress free, ladies. Travel, read, live your best lives. 43 and decided if someone could mute or if you have your YouTube, please.
Yeah, I'm muted. I was trying to see if it was me, but I muted and it's not me.
No.
I'm gonna just mute mine. I ain't got nothing in the back. I turned the TV
Yeah.
off, but I'm gonna go ahead and mute it still.
Okay. Oh, let's see. I just picked one out. Thank you for this live stream, Cynthia. Most American black women do not want to accept the truth about all black men. A sensitive subject, but one I've thought about for years. Amazing. I felt guilty about it too. I'm a black woman married to a black man. He's a good man too. It helps that his parents were married and have been for 40 years. So blah, blah, blah. I don't care. This panel was eye-opening. I would totally financially support a community village for black women and children who want better. Again, alleviating the black man. I was part of the Choose Better echo chamber of stupidity a few short years ago. I'm glad I realized when all you have to choose from is a Glad or hefty trash bag, your choices are limited.
What does
But
Can I tell you something? Because when I see and hear stuff like that, it's not like it's a trigger point, but it's very, very ignorant. Like I said the other podcast, there are two type of black men they're talking about. The black man they're looking for They don't care less about those black guys because they're not even watching and looking out for those. They're
Mm-hmm.
chasing the smoke and mirror black guys that do them dirty. While the one that we watch them from middle school, we watch them from high school, we watch them from in college, they pay us no love, pay us no mind. And we bust our behind to get what we get in our life. By the time we make it big, all of a sudden, oh, why you married a white woman? Oh, why you marrying an Asian woman? Oh, why you married what's wrong with a black woman? What's wrong with you? I watch you, they did do, got knocked about this dude, and they got knocked about that dude while I'm nearby. Unless I was your friend and you come to complain about it, but you don't continue at the black man, you come here at a person you can confide with your issue with and go back in the arena and do the same exact thing until I decide to cut the cable, go about my life, then all of a sudden, why you hate the black woman for? Are you really kidding me? Are you for real? What happened to the black nerds? They're not sexy enough for you? hmm
You and these nerds.
Yeah.
hmm I
Well,
stand for the black nerds. I'm sick and tired of hearing that talking point. It irks the hell out of me.
This
Until
is
I start playing soccer, start
well,
lifting weight, that all the time I'm attracted to you. So
well,
if I
well,
didn't lift
well,
weight, are
well,
you
here's the
serious?
thing, Black David. And again, with the topic with Cynthia G
I lift
and what
weights.
she's advocating. And then again, she's advocating it because it is somewhat parallel to a lot of the things that we do say. So how can we frame our opinions or what we speak here on our platforms where the Cynthia G's can't come with this odd conclusion that that's what we're speaking of over here? Because I know it's not.
Yeah.
Well,
It,
to me, it seems like Cynthia G and others is just finding just some excuse to try not to deal with us as black men. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of Pookies and Ray Rays running around, but what she fails to realize is there are black men out there who are out there trying to um, mentor our young black boys so that they don't end up like the Pookies and Ray Rays.
mm-hmm,
And you know that, and then there are black men who are trying to do not only right for themselves, but actually for the rest of the black race, especially black women. But you know, we're not running away from the situation, and there are black women out there who's not running away. But to me, Cynthia G and others, they're cowards. That's what they
mm-hmm.
are, cowards.
Okay.
I think I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, what I was about to say, I think even before it gets to the point of having the child, it goes back to kind of the whole point of you having this podcast, tonight or discussion. Just be accountable and you don't have, even before it gets to that point, you don't have to lay up with that person. You don't have to, you can you can determine who you sleep with, men
Mm-hmm.
or man or woman. So even before it gets to that point where you feel like this person wasn't, because the baby at the end of the day, regardless of whatever the male baby or female baby, the child is innocent. The child ain't got nothing to do with us two being trifling or whatever, or not being compatible. If we're not that, it shouldn't even get to the point where love making is taking place. Now, I know that's ideal and I know that doesn't happen, but you can't allow it to happen and then complain about it. This is men and women on the other side. You shouldn't be linking up if it's not a good match. If it's not a suitable partner, why are you sleeping with them? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just, that would eliminate the problem there, the so-called problem. But a lot of stuff she says, a lot of stuff is trolling, unfortunately. A lot of stuff you could
Mm-hmm.
tell comes from hurt, which
Mm-hmm.
again, people being hurt is not unique. Everybody goes through pain. I mean, you going through bad relationships or having bad hard times is not anything, nobody else has ever went through. I've had my heart broken by women or I mean, I'm not going to say no wild, reckless stuff. Like, it's just ridiculous, man. It's just, but her and the other chick, I'm not even trying to, I've early on kind of stumbling upon their content. I'm like, are you serious? This is like, and people support and watch this, you know? And so her options is the white man, because she always talks about, you know, but trying to run after him, and he don't want her either. So I don't know I don't know what her end game is. Maybe I don't know. I don't know about her enough to speak on it. And that's all I'm gonna say. I ain't really giving. I don't give clowns energy.
Yeah, because I mean, most of it is just clout, man. I mean,
Yeah.
she's just saying that stuff. She wants
Because
some
we're talking about her on a panel that's
Right.
about substance and death. So that's
Yep.
why I'm not even going to enter. You hang with the clowns long enough, you in the circus.
That's it.
I'm cool on it. So that's all I'm gonna say about her as it relates to the topic. It's asinine.
Yep. And when she says, if a man said that though, like if a man said to get rid of all females,
Man, that blow the world up.
Oh man, YouTube be upside down.
Man.
Yeah. Do you think over here we advocate for termination of pregnancy?
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's clowns stuff. That's what I'm saying. Even for us to have to speak about this person, their content is so whack and so weak. It would take some. I mean, it's like a shock job. Hey, look over here. Look at all this noise I'm making.
But they say the same thing about Kevin Samuels. They say that a lot of things that he say is for shock value and entertainment.
Hold up.
Kevin Samuels is an image consultant. He's never said nothing that egregious to what she said.
Right.
Let's get rid of female black. Like, come on. Like that's not even. Whoever tries to compare Kevin Samuels to clown shoes over there, it's like, come on.
First and foremost, it seems like the circuit is open right now.
Oh yeah.
Second of all,
his page will be
hold
down.
on. Give me one. Who? Go ahead, Black Dave, and then I'll get you, Black.
First and foremost, she seemed like the circuit has been open for a long time. That's why she had a job. Second of all, what Kevin Samuel been saying have been said for many years among the gathering of black men, either in the barbershop or within their private gathering. They be saying this for years. I hear the same exact thing for 20 freaking years. It is not new. It is not new. I am sick and tired of that talking point. Because you know the problem is? Since you had the Oprah Winfrey show, we had the Ricky Lake show, we had The Real, you have all these feminine shows that have been out in mainstream media, batching black men. Hello, Laurie and Melissa, how you doing? As I was saying, forgive me, I'm a nerd. I tell what is going around me. They've been saying the same exact thing for years. They don't champion strong black fathers for the past 20 years. They don't. They're quick to batter black men if you want to be a strong black father. They don't champion strong black men who will hold his stuff to their responsibility and accountability. They want to tear that one down. But the moment men start to come out and start to speak their mind and start to speak their heart, all of a sudden, now all of a sudden you're speaking something new. No, it's not that new. The problem is, if you can clear all that dirty ass earwax in your ear, take it out first. Remove that stupid earmuff you have in your ear and listen to wisdom and accountability. Maybe you will understand what your forefather have been saying for decades, for centuries. The problem is liberation. I want to be free. Yada yada yada. Then when things go bad for you, all of a sudden, all black men. No, not all black men. The one you choose. Went to the vending machine. You didn't go to the grocery store. The man you pick it for the vending machine. Put $1.25 and that's what you get. The man that you want, you cannot find him in the vending machine. You got to go somewhere deeper. You got to go to a Whole Food to get good quality, man. Hello.
Okay.
Big Brother Kev, listen, Big Brother Kev advocates black families and people getting married and coming together.
Exactly.
Clown Shoes doesn't. So it's like there's no comparison about there's no similarity in the two. He's about black. He openly, overtly says this. Hey, get with a black woman so you can make a black baby, a black child. So it's like the stuff she's on.
But okay, so here's the thing. And I understand you're like Clown Shoes, she doesn't deserve it as far as conversation. However, a lot of women think like that. Again, when I'm looking into these comments, we can't negate that a lot of Black women. And so we're wondering why Black women act this way or what are we thinking? It's in these comments. It's one woman in a comment. I really want to have a Black daughter, but it's not worth being in a relationship with a Black man or the possibility of birthing a Black son. I'll just divest and try to adopt a Black girl.
Courtney, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
This is called magnetic pain. When a person goes through pain and they go through it for a long period of time and you give them a voice, you're going to find people that are just like you. And in her case, a lot of women are sitting at home that have gone through something with a Black man per se, and they say, you know what, this girl is on to something. Girl, have you heard Cynthia G? And it spreads like damn COVID. And then now homegirl knows it. Then her baby, then the mama knows it. Then the mama for 20 years of pain from her daddy knows it. Now everybody's in the comments. Girl, I'm with you. I support this. I'll give you this. So it's magnetic pain. She's expressing pain and people are drawn to that pain. And that's why she has those supporters. She's a clown.
Yeah, and that's my point I was saying a few minutes ago. Going through heartbreak is not unique. All of us up here have been through some type of heartbreak. That don't make you special or make you be able to say reckless stuff. Like, period. If a lot of Black women think like this, we're doomed. Like, I'm just straight up. If you saying the mindset of a lot of them agree and think like this, we are, as a community, are doomed, man.
Right.
And that's bad.
I want to get to Lauren, but let me throw this out there as well, too, because we as Black women, when we hear that you're going overseas because you can't deal with Black women, it makes us feel the same way. Like, damn, we're doomed. Like, damn,
I ain't going overseas. I'm here.
Not you. Yeah, I'm not talking about you, but this is what I'm saying to kind of parallel it is like when we hear those stories and it's, like I said, what I did last week, we competing against Latino women and they're this and that. And it's like we feel the exact same way. And we think those guys, like, man, those are clowns.
But the difference, Courtney, the difference is we ain't talking about often, y'all, not having any more y'all exist, period. Like, it's always the severity, like going off to if a dude just be like, you know what, I'm not going to be over here. I'm not going to deal with this no more. That's different than saying, they shouldn't exist. Let's not have any. Again, it's crazy.
That's one extreme, but there are women out here that at one point wanted to have children, but now it's like, I don't even want to bring children into this world at the risk of being a baby mama, at the risk of birthing a Black boy that will become a statistic. Like, there are women that are like, so termination aside, there are women who once wanted to have children that no longer have the desire to or want to because of what Courtney is saying. Like, all of like Black men saying Black women ain't ish. They don't ever want to change. They got attitude problems. We going for the exotic looking chicks, right? So I get what Courtney is saying. So the Cynthia G example, that's just one of many of how women think. Not to say that what she's saying is right, but to Courtney's point, there are women who think that. There's also women who are just like, I don't want to have kids at all.
But is she advocating for marriage? Is she advocating for family? Has
No.
she ever said nothing?
No.
Right? So if you're not advocating for those things, then what? If you don't want a baby daddy, then find you someone that you're in love with. He loves you. He got some bread. You got some bread. You can build a foundation, get married, and do it the right way. And you won't be sitting at home on Friday night by yourself nursing a baby while he's out with another chick. It's simple. She's a clown. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to make it. I hear y'all. She could be a clown for sure, and I'm not trying to make it sound like she's not. But the point I'm trying to make is, just because she is a clown and she makes this point doesn't make the point like null and void. Like, people do think that.
Yeah. And like I said earlier, even though they do think that, how were they choosing their men? That is all it boiled down to, because at the end of the day, there are two sections of men.
Right, you don't have to choose that guy. Yeah.
Right, it's a revolving door. Some women, like, I'll give it to my sister, for instance, because I'm very transparent. My sister, for instance, she's dating a guy. The first dude beat her up. Me and my brother had to go handle him, strip him down, butt naked, leave him in the middle of nowhere. The second guy, she broke up with him. The second guy came along. He beat her up. He's smoking in the house, playing the game while she's at work. Third guy, same thing. Fourth guy, it's a revolving door. And she on Facebook, I met the man of my dreams. 6 months later, he ain't shit. 6 months later, I met a man of my dreams. It's a revolving door. It's just a revolving door. They keep doing the same men over and over again and saying men ain't shit when you're still in the same category of men.
Lauren, I want you to hear this out, Lauren. Those type of women who pick the wrong man, you know what they normally go to say to me? They say, you're not boyfriend material, you husband material. But that was afraid of telling me, I don't like your type of man because either you're too boring, even though you're too consistent about it. But I need someone that's spicy, the little spunk, the little So guys like us will be put to the side for the one who will whoop their behind, knock them up, and repeat the same thing over and over. So when they say they can't find a good black man, and I've been around these women in my 20s, I watched them down, I was going to lose my damn mind. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 10, can I find a good black man? And I'm looking around, I'm like, tell me you're joking, right? Tell me they're the Twilight Zone. I thought I was getting punked when I hear that kind of thing.
Let me ask a question. And Fawcett Media, thank you for popping up. Good to see you again, brother. I want to get you in here, but can we define what is a Pookie Ray Ray?
You talked about it earlier, and I didn't want to say. Okay, so
that's a long list.
Yeah, somebody. Is it a long list?
Yes, somebody. Asked
foolishness. It is
about Pookie and Ray Ray. Let me tell you this. I know a young lady, and it all starts with son husbands. Let's start there. Son husbands are the little boys that are born in single parent homes, and the mother chooses not to be with the man for whatever reason. That's her business. But then she started looking at her son very awkwardly, like he's the man. And so she treats him like he's the man. How she serves him, she fixes his plate. He's 14, 15. He doesn't take out trash. He doesn't iron his own clothes. He doesn't cook for himself. He doesn't clean up behind himself. She does everything for him. And then when he's released out into the wild, he's looking for that same female that his mother was for him, and he's looking for a woman he could be dependent on. So basically, that's where you get Pookie and Ray Ray sitting up in the house playing the video game while you at work. They got your air conditioning running. They got your lights on. They got your TV on. They're watching your cable. They playing the video game. They doing all that because mama created that, and then they get mad and say, "Don't nobody want them kind of men." But how was he created? There's a lot of son husbands out here. And I go back to Just Hilarious. I say it all the time. You take an 8-year-old son, you butt naked, you sit in between your legs and start doing a photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just irresponsibility.
Yeah.
I mean, irresponsibility as well as immaturity as well. I mean, that's to me what a Pookie Ray Ray is. I mean, immaturity, irresponsibility, don't care about anything. I mean, that's the type of men we're talking about, and that is the type of man that women like Cynthia G stereotyped us as. But then again, white folks have stereotyped us as that as well. So, I mean,
and that's what she attracted, and that's what she attracted to, and she hated.
Yep.
A lot of times people hate what they love.
Yep.
So she constantly yapping about that, but
and the black people
allegedly this is who you dealing with, or allegedly you pregnant by one, or whatever. Again, a bunch of clown stuff. Just it's it's like watching that. It's like a human cartoon. It's like I don't take that person seriously at all, man.
Right, and you don't have to take her seriously. But the thing is that there is women that think like that. And then here's the thing, and this is what I think a lot of black women struggle with, is you guys can disassociate from the black men and call them Pookie and Ray Rays. So you can say, "Oh, that's just a Pookie and Ray Ray that hurt you. That's just a Pookie and Ray Ray that left you. You shouldn't have got with Pookie and Ray Ray." But then when we come to a Cynthia G and her clown shit, it's women. It's black women. Oh, y'all black women. We don't have anything that we can separate the foolishness, the clown shit from us, from the Courtneys, the Laurens, the TJ. There's nothing to separate. It's y'all women. Y'all women this. Y'all women that.
I disagree.
You guys can do it. Just cast them out like we do. Listen. I know that a Pookie and Ray Ray, because I got nice shit in my house. I can't invite him to my house and he know my address where I live at, or have my woman around him, because he's gonna say something out of pocket and disrespectful, and we might have to throw hands. I know this. Just like y'all know it and see it, you cast them out. They're not affiliated with y'all.
Right.
They're perversions. They're degenerates. Treat them as such.
Right. And
That's all you do.
Right. If you got the right mindset, if you walked in a room with the clown and Lauren and Courtney, and you just start having a conversation for 5 minutes, you're gonna separate the clown from the real woman. You're gonna separate.
Like,
you're
man,
like, oh, what? Who is this? Anita Baker stunt double looking. You can move out the way and say, let's go with Courtney and Lauren.
Yeah, this doesn't match. Yeah, you can just cast them out because it doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense. So again, I mean, because again, I know, you know, that a Pookie and Ray Ray doesn't represent me. I know this. And people who would know me, you can see the difference.
Yeah. Let me respond to this, and I want to get Fawcett Media in as well. So Hakeem, is Pookie and Ray Ray represent 15 to 20% of Black men? Not sure where you getting that stat from. That's fine. If you want to make it up. Oh, well, y'all got to show me that. Cynthia G had 3,000 plus followers in her chat. That's just her chat. Best believe you don't think it's just only 3,000 Black women in the world that believe Cynthia G, like, do you? Absolutely not. That's just in her chat alone. Just like in my chat alone, I got 100-some people, but it's more people that think like us. There's more people out there. She's just a microcosm of a lot of particular women. And again, in 2022, if we're gonna try to get ourselves together, it will behoove of us not to listen to some of this rhetoric that's being said over there and understanding them and seeing how stupid it is and bringing it over here and fight against it. No, we don't. We need our Black men. I told Lauren at the on her show today, you know, Black men are considered by the CDC the most involved parent among Asian, Mexicans, and white men. Black men are doing great. Yes. Black men are amazing dads. So again, even asking about the Pookie and the Ray Rays and they having all the kids and they impregnating all the women. But the men that's having these kids are doing great though. So are they Pookie Ray Rays if they're involved? If they're great dads?
No. If they're great people, obviously not. Again, we're talking about the degenerates.
Right.
The degenerates are the Pookie and Ray Rays, the ones that ain't about nothing. The real live Jodies and Peanuts, like off the movie. Those real live dudes just like that is Pookie and Ray Rays that all of us on the panel know exist.
And you got
women. That's not. Yeah, they're not talking about those. They're talking about the solid dude that works his job or 2 jobs or whatever, is taking care of his family. The normal person, normal guy.
But those are
remember you got women out here promoting that too. You got women out here promoting Pookie and Ray Rays. Jasmine Sullivan just released a whole album about it doesn't matter if he doesn't have a job, doesn't matter if he stay with his mama. I don't care about drama. Just give me that D. Right? Or you got women out here like Gabrielle Union writing books saying go to different countries, test all the penis in every country. So you got she said she had a list of F-boys she wanted, and she did all those things before Dwayne Wade. And I'm like, so they're promoting the F-boys.
But in that same book, she also talked about the struggles that she went through because she did all that stuff too. So I think it's worth telling I have the book. I told you I like Gabby. I like Gabby.
Oh, that's why.
Let me tell you why I like Gabby. Look, don't judge me, but when I am a supporter of like transparency, right? It's no secret that she did a lot of stuff wrong. She did a lot of stuff that I don't do. But what I can do is learn from women like her. I have her book. I got Taraji's book. Taraji's old and unmarried. Let's be clear. Yep. Why would I want to read her book? So I can learn what not to do. It doesn't make her a terrible person because she did all of these different things. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not all for canceling somebody because they made wrong choices in life. We've all made terrible choices. Some of us were able to overcome. Some of us just stayed where we're at. But yes, I do have Gabby's book. What she wrote in the book, am I like, this is Bible? I'm definitely going to do that. Absolutely not. Not every woman or person who bought her book is like that, but I'm speaking for myself. Just because I have the book doesn't mean it's Bible. I have Steve Harvey's book. I do not subscribe to anything. Oh my
God, the simp of the universe,
man.
A simp of the universe.
I'm just saying. I read.
You mean Simp Emperor?
Yeah, simp
Okay.
emperor. There you go. I like that one.
I read books, and it's some of it is
You write that
for
down.
education. Some of it is like I just want to know what's out here. What do I need to look for? If people are writing books, clearly people think this way. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not everybody like, damn, Lauren, we was rooting for your ass. Sorry, I'm being transparent. I for me, I'm all about learning from your mistakes. Obviously,
Lauren,
Gabby,
we got you, Lauren. The point point I was making earlier. No, we got you. There's a difference. I'm looking at it between you and Courtney and clown shoes. I'm not gonna get y'all confused with that. That's what I'm saying. The same thing, vice versa with women. You should be able to pick out a Keyshawn, a Pookie, and Ray Ray versus a dude that's solid and doing what he's supposed to do. We know what it looks like. All of us old enough to know what that looked like. Like, let's stop everybody just kind of like, come on now.
Can I ask Lauren a question? So, Lauren, so her behavior after she got married, is that something that you think Black women should learn from as well? Because she's on social media, she's on balconies naked, hanging over the balconies, or she's twerking in the mirror, and she's 51 years old. Her husband's in the back with purple hair, just like, go ahead, honey, you look amazing. Do you like this leather skirt on me? I mean, I'm so I think she went into that family.
That's the Sim Prince.
Oh yeah,
those are things I wouldn't do.
Dwayne is. She went into that because she knew she could control the narrative in that one. She knew it, and he even said it. Right. She leads the house. I don't lead it. I think she should lead. So, I mean,
so to answer your question, no, I'm not taking notes from her as a wife. And do I agree with the things that she's doing as a wife? Absolutely not. But what I'm speaking of in terms, she went through a lot, like deep depression, right? Like all of these things is something that women can learn from. If there's a woman out here, it's like, why am I so depressed? Like, take a look at what you did. Here's an example. She slept around. She did this. She comparison. Like, so it's not a cut and dry of like, she did this, so you're going to end up like that. No, I'm looking at trends. What does she do? This makes sense. That's why she effed up right now. Or that's why she thinks the way she does. Because all of these things, trauma leads to people acting a certain way. Trauma leads to her being on the balcony doing what trauma is leading up to that point. And she outlines it in her book from when she was a child. And you can look at all the celebrities who wrote tell-all books, on Janet Jackson being one. I had her book too. Like, come on. Like,
so the